Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm the Mystical Intuitive, and today's pick a card reading is all about what your future spouse will think about you after the first date. So we're going to look at their thoughts about you after the first date. For pile 1, we have the green jade stone. For pile 2, we have the Moonstone. And for pile 3, we have the Hematite Quartz stone. So pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, the green jade stone. This is a reading. We're looking at what your future spouse's thoughts are about you after the first date. So let's see. For the people that chose pile 1. What's their future spouse's thoughts about them after the first date? We have the 2 cups. Oh, that's good. So I definitely feel like after the date, they feel like you guys hit it off. They felt a connection. They felt a spark. Even if there were awkward moments or moments of quietness, right? They still loved it, even if you were shy or something like that. But I feel like they feel a connection, a spark, some sort of chemistry. They also feel like very satisfied because after the date, they feel like you like them as well, right? You gave off signals that you liked them and they felt, wanted by you, desired by you, right? So they felt like it was mutual here. The 2 of Cups. And then we have, the 9. Oh, you looked absolutely beautiful to them. Just an absolute dream. And it's like, I feel like, they've already liked you before you guys went on a date. But after conversing with you, after finding out more about you, I feel like this person started to like you even more, right? They're like, oh my God, how can someone be like this amazing? How can someone have almost all the qualities that I want in a person? The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. And it's also about pleasure. So they really enjoyed themselves. The conversation was good. The food was good. The drinks were good. So yeah, they had a good time. I don't feel like they have anything bad to say, right? Their opinion of you only went up. Yeah. Okay, and then we have Queen of Cups. It's almost like after this date that they've got a little crush on you, right? Like the first seed was planted when it comes to their emotions, right? And after this, their emotions will start to grow more and more here with the Queen of Cups. They felt you were nice, you were soft, you were sweet, you were kind. It's almost like this shock. You were understanding. They felt seen by you. They felt like you had emotional intelligence as well. We have here also the Knight of Swords. So I definitely feel like they wanted to see you again quickly after this. They might have asked you on the date for a second date already, or they might have texted you right after the date and said that they had a good time. The Knight of Swords is very blunt, very honest, so they will tell you this, that they had a good time, that you guys hit it off. Yeah. And the Fool. Yeah, they had just a great time. It was definitely unexpected, maybe, with the Fool. Like, they didn't know what to expect, and they were pleasantly surprised. Tell me more for pile 1. What will the future spouse think of them after the first meeting? Ooh. The Devil wanted to come out. The Devil. So there is also lust there. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups, they hit that lust out of respect for you, the Queen of Cups is like that fair maiden, you know, the woman that you put on a pedestal, that you respect, right? So you're not gonna you use the Queen of Cups for a one night stand. So even though they felt like lust and attraction, there's something about your lips or your eyes, like you were very seductive. And I couldn't stop thinking about that, right? But they kept it hidden. We also have the Three of Wands. Yeah, so they hoped for something more after this date. Maybe they were waiting for the next date. Like they got excited for the next date. They're waiting for the next date. We also have the Emperor. It's like, yeah, I can see myself, you know, wifing this person up or be their wife or something like that. That's what they're thinking. The Emperor here. There's something about them trying to be in control, not letting on how much you affect them. Like they don't want to be too vulnerable during the date. But I feel like once the date like progressed more, they felt more and more comfortable because you were so nice, right? Okay, let's see. What do they think of Pile 1 after the first date? What were their thoughts about Pile 1? Their future spouse. Documents, text or email. Yeah, it's like they texted you right after. And they maybe wanted an agreement that you guys were to see each other again. Like maybe they were very insistent and like to meet you again. And then we have the keys on a ring. Many options, decisions. Unconventional, yeah. So it says here one night stand. So I think they definitely would be open to that, but I feel like they think you wouldn't want that here with the Queen of Cups, right? She doesn't do that kind of stuff. I mean, with the Devil, for some of you, it can be that if you are okay with that. So they're definitely open for one night stand, but I feel like for most of you, they're just fantasize about that. Okay, we have here coffin endings. Yeah, maybe didn't want the date to end. Maybe they were extending the date. Maybe they suggested to go somewhere else after the date. Oh, with the coffin card, I feel like maybe they thought that their love life was a bit dead, right? Maybe they dated some people and it just never led to anything, right? Maybe it was just they were just attracted to these people, but they couldn't connect to them on an emotional level. And you're like the first person in a while where they've felt some sort of emotional connection here with the Two of Cups. And you're everything that they've been looking for, right? You're attractive, there's an emotional connection, you're a good person. Kisses. Oh, there might have been a kiss after the date and they kept thinking about it. Right? But there's also, again, something about your lips. Maybe they were looking at your lips or they wanted to kiss you. For some of you, they didn't go for a kiss and they kind of, were chastising themselves about it. And they're like, I should have kissed them. Could have also been like a hug or hand holding. There was definitely some sort of affection. And it says falling in love. So yeah, it's like the first step for them to fall in love. It's the beginning stages. Like the seed was planted, right? Like I said earlier. Photograph. Oh, looking at your photos. They might have took a photo of you, or they looked you up online to look at your photos. It says he also missing you. So maybe they missed you after the date. And then we have not today. So maybe you couldn't see them. Maybe the next day. Like if it was up to them, they would have seen you again the next day. But you might have not been able to. And that disappointed them. Of course, you didn't do anything wrong, but yeah. I think part of them also kind of wonders, like, should I text them right away after the date? And I kind of wonder if you would be annoyed by a phone call or a text. But I feel like they did it anyway. Or they're gonna text you right away after the date, yeah. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Tell me, for pile 1, what will the future spouse think of them after the first date? We have here, I don't want to see you with anyone else. Oh, that's definitely that Emperor energy, right? It's like they want to stake a claim on you. You know, usually people kind of know with when they meet someone, like during the first meeting, whether someone falls into like the lust category or love category or relationship category or casual category. And I feel like after this first date, they put you into a relationship category, right? They kind of have a feeling, yes, if things work out, and we are good together, I can definitely see myself being in a relationship with them. That's what they're thinking. I have trust issues. Oh. It might be that they've sensed that in you. Could be them. We'll see. I have a broken heart. Maybe you've kind of talked about a past relationship. I mean, with the Queen of Cups, she might be sensitive, so maybe you've opened up about sensitive topics. You bring light into my dark world. Yeah, it does feel to me like they see you as this, as the Queen of Cups, right? And on this card, it's like a fair maiden. She gives me like fair maiden vibes. Okay. You make me believe in love again. Yeah, so they felt a spark again. Like I said earlier, they felt like their love life was dead. I feel like they were definitely shocked how much feelings you brought in them. How much, yeah. It says here, I've only eyes for you. So it's like after the first date, I feel like they stopped entertaining other options. Right? Let's get some other cards. Okay, for pile 1, tell me more. What will their future spouse think after about them after the first date? Okay, we have here the realistic about love. Interesting. So maybe they kind of see that you are a bit pessimistic about love. You, like I said earlier, you might have trust issues. You might be afraid of heartbreak, of betrayal. And they can sense that. And we also have who wants to spend a lot of time together. Yeah, so they want to see you again. That comes up continuously. Christian. You could have talked about faith. But whatever it is, it might not be Christianity. It might be another faith. Or just some morals that you have or lifestyle that you have. Like they love your values. Right? To me, it seems like that this person thinks that you are a good person. You have a good heart. You're very kind. You have amazing values that align with theirs. From the same culture. You might be very much alike. From the same culture and all that. Pretends to be richer than they are to impress you. I don't think that they're necessarily pretending to be richer. But I feel like once they saw you in real life, if they haven't met you before, I mean, even if they've met you before, maybe because you were dolled up, you looked really nice, but it's like once you came in and they saw you, it's like, okay, damn, that one looks amazing. I have to step my game up, right? They could also be Buddhist. Okay, well, that's all I have for you, Part 1. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. And of course, if you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box down below. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, Part 2, the Moonstone. We're looking at what your future spouse will think of you after the first date. Let's see. For the people that chose Part 2. What's their future spouse's thoughts after the first date? Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So after this first date, they're like, oh. It's like they felt inadequate. They felt like they didn't measure up to you. Right? 5 of Pentacles has kind of a scarcity mindset. It's insecurity. So we'll see what the scarcity mindset is about. But yeah. We'll see. We also have the Princess of Wands. Could be because of your looks. They're like, wow, Paltu is really hot. And I also feel like they found you very interesting. I feel like they found that you have a very interesting life. You know how you sometimes meet people and they just seem like they have this amazing life, you know? They have these great hobbies, great friends, great career. They're good at social conversations. They're successful. Like they just seem like amazing people, right? Who are very well-rounded. And I feel like this person, if you just spouse, kind of felt like, wow, this spouse too is so interesting. More interesting than me. Like, that's what they feel. Okay. Then we also have the Emperor. They might have thought that you're very self-assured. You have this sense of authority. Yeah. Like, you come across as very powerful. Like, you're in your power. Like, you can't be tamed. You can't be controlled. We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, but there's yet this softness to you. Very interesting. And then we have the Knight of Swords. You're very opinionated. Sarcastic as well. Maybe you called them out on a couple of things. Maybe you guys had some fun debates about topics and all that. We also have the Chariot. Yeah, you come across as someone who's very successful and ambitious. A go-getter. You're a very strong person. Let's clarify what this 5 of Pentacles is about. What do they have a scarcity mindset around? Let's see, Spirit. I'm also saying like hand holding. Maybe they held your hand across the table if it's a dinner date. Ten of Swords. They felt like maybe you wouldn't give them a second date. Like maybe they were afraid of being rejected, that you're gonna find someone better. Yeah, I'm hearing imposter syndrome. So they might have felt like they had to sell themselves, and they felt just like an imposter to you. Yeah, maybe they feel like you would walk all over them, you would hurt them. So that's the insecurity about like that you find someone better, that you reject them. Why is the Emperor here? Ace of Pentacles. Maybe I don't know, like let's see. Two Cups. Okay. So I see two scenarios. There was something maybe about who will pay for the date, right? There might have been a discussion about that. So either it's like you insist on paying yourself, or you make a comment about wanting them to pay. It could also be that they offered to pay for you, just out of themselves, because they're so impressed with you. And they feel a connection here with the Two of Cups. So it's like, I feel like they're offering. And yeah, I don't know. Like, from this card, you might be someone who's quite independent. So you might insist to pay for yourself, but they want to pay or something like that. Why is the Queen of Cups here? So it's like, maybe it's like you offered to pay just to be polite. Or pay half, pay your own half. And they're like, no, it's fine, I'll pay. It was just like they thought it was very nice, very thoughtful of you, right? They had intentions to pay, but they thought that it was very polite for you to offer. Three of Swords. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's like they're putting in effort. I feel like they feel stressed. Nervous, very emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, see, because they put you on a pedestal. You see here two people who are looking at this guy who's on a ladder. He's very talented, very skillful. They're looking up, right? You see? This man is looking up. Six of Swords. Yeah. It's almost like they felt protective over you. They felt like you were like someone that they wanted to protect. But I do feel like you're opinionated with the Knight of Swords, so that's funny. Okay, let's see what else for pile 2. What will their future spouse think of them after the first date? Sunshine, good vibes, happy times, positive attitude. Yeah, that's definitely a Princess of Wands, you know. Fire energy is very positive. Things going well. Yeah, they felt like the date went well, that you were positive, you were sunshine. Maybe you have a very sunny personality. Reckless. You might be going out for drinks or something. There's maybe a lot of drinking involved. Friendship. Okay. Bride, wife, partner, interested in love of a lifetime. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. Friction, sarcasm. Yeah, that's that Knight of Swords energy. See a lot of sarcasm, especially with this friendship card. It's like, you know, when you're with friends, you feel very at ease to tease them, to say things that you normally don't say around other people. So I feel like what they felt like during the date, they felt like it was very, you were someone who felt very comfortable. Like they felt comfortable around you to express their truthful and honest feelings and opinions about things. Maybe yeah, they loved how they could just be themselves. And maybe you also, you know, expressed here with the Bride card that you were someone who's maybe only interested in something serious, that you wanted to get married and all that. The Unset, showing I love you or like you without physically saying it. So maybe they wonder whether you like them. Like maybe that's why this Five of Pentacles is here. Maybe you're a bit coy about it. Maybe you didn't say it. So they kind of had to guess. And sometimes, you know, after the date, they don't know whether you really, really like them. So yeah. Let's see with the Chariot card what that means. Why is the Chariot card here? Princess of Swords and the Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like after the date, you come across as indecisive about them, right? Especially with the Knight of Swords, you might have said things, oh, I don't like it, I don't like this about you, or something like that. You're very blunt and honest here with the Princess of Swords. Maybe you criticized them here. So they see indecision in you. And with the Chariot card, it's like they're kind of determined to win you over, to change your mind, right? To overcome any obstacles here. So they feel like they haven't won you over yet after the first date. And so it's like they want to, you don't control your perception. So it's like they want a second date to prove you wrong almost about them. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more cards. It could be that this is not like a traditional date, because I do feel like maybe this might be like the first time that you guys are hanging out that I'm picking up on. Not necessarily like an official date. Okay, let's see. What will Pal 2's future husband think of them after the first date? We have here gamer. Oh, maybe you guys had some sort of same interest. Maybe you also play games just like they do. I feel like you guys might have the same hobbies. Maybe this also, I'm hearing sports. Maybe you guys are into the same sports. Invest in stocks and cryptocurrency. Maybe you do. Maybe you come across as someone who's like very financially stable. Like I said, very, very successful. Has a small group of close friends, okay? Maybe you come across as someone who's like real, who isn't into maybe like superficial connections with people. And I'm not saying that people who have like large friend groups are superficial, not at all, but I'm getting this energy of them where they feel like it's hard for you to maybe not necessarily hard, but it takes a lot for you to be friends with someone, right? Okay, you're not going to be friends with anyone, and so I feel like naturally you're going to have deep friendships because of that. We have here cares about the environment, understanding. Yeah, that's the Queen of Cups energy. You come across as very empathetic, but still like very not afraid to criticize someone. Does not cave under peer pressure or societal pressure. Yeah, you do what you want in life. You're your own boss. You think for yourself. Okay. Let's get one more cards. Tell me more about Pal 2. What will the future spouse think of them after the first date? Okay, we have here the I am not happy with them. So I feel like after the first date, they kind of like felt like how everyone before they've met you weren't the people that they truly wanted, right? They hit it off with you. And it's like, oh, so this is what it feels like to truly, be happy around someone and to really want someone. Yeah, it's like everyone before you becomes inconsequential. I'm getting, I want to get back with my ex. No, I don't feel that way. I wish we talked more. I feel lonely and alone. Yeah, it's almost like they kind of going to laugh about maybe in the past being stuck on an ex. Like they're like, oh my god, I can't believe I actually did that. I don't think they're stuck on an ex. But they felt lonely and alone before you, right? Oh, I'm going through a divorce. It doesn't have to be a divorce. It can be a relationship that ended, that was long term. So maybe you're going to be the next person that they seriously going to date after a relationship. I don't feel the same. Yeah, that's what they think. Like maybe they think you don't feel the same. Like they're kind of afraid of that, right? They don't know whether you take them seriously. I cut the deck and I see these two cards. I want a commitment and you bring light into my dark world. Yeah. So they maybe have gone through a hard time and so you bring more light into their world. Okay, that's all I have for you, Pal 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And of course, if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box down below. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, Pal 3, the Hematite Quartz Stone. This is your reading. We're looking at what your future spouse's thoughts are about you after the first date. So let's see. I'm getting this feeling that, like I'm hearing stand up. It's almost like stand up for yourself. Maybe this person thinks you're like really shy or not talkative or you kind of hide yourself. So they kind of wish that you would have shown more of yourself, that you were more relaxed around them. I don't get the sense that they're annoyed by it, but they want to see more of who you are. Innocence, yes. So they think you're innocent. Could be that, stand up is like stand up. What I meant, stand up could have also signified, literally standing up for yourself, So maybe they think you're innocent. Shy, yeah. Okay, this is the Fool card. And then we have the Princess of Cups. This is such soft energy. It wouldn't surprise me if most of you are more like the feminines in the relationship. So they think you're very dreamlike. You're dreamlike. You're ethereal almost. It's also like your beauty. Very soft spoken. Maybe you have a soft voice. A twinkle in your eye. Maybe you're a bit younger than them as well. Maybe you have not a lot of experience when it comes to dating. And it kind of shows. Maybe you're a bit nervous. The Princess of Cups is also very nice. She's sweet. She's very understanding, very compassionate, and that comes through in the conversations. You're not really judgmental, so they feel like yeah, very nice and intuitive. Maybe you read them well. Maybe you've said a couple of things about them that they felt like were very insightful. Like they felt like you were really truly seeing them. We also have the Two of Cups. So they felt an immediate connection here. I feel like they could tell that you like them as well as they like you. They felt a connection here, definitely here with the Two of Cups. And they felt that it was reciprocated, right? It wasn't necessarily what you said or that you flirted with them. It was because maybe you seemed a bit affected by them, you know, shy, nervous, and all that. We also have the Strength card. Okay. So I feel like they felt very... I feel like if the spouse is more like the masculine relationship. And they felt very protective over you. You see here how this guy has a protective arm around the woman. So they wanted to protect you. But not necessarily only physically, but also your emotions, right? So maybe they were overly nice or sweet and trying to reassure you. And that was kind of a bit out of the norm for them. We have here 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles, they can see something long-term with you, right? They see you as a relationship material here. Someone that they can take seriously, especially with the Two of Cups here as well. With the Page of Cups or Princess of Cups, they could also kind of develop like a crush on you, or the first kind of like feelings for you almost, right? Or it's kind of the start of their feelings for you. It started to develop after the first date. We have here as well the Two of Wands. Yeah, they've of course wanted a second date. Maybe they've asked you already. No, I'm hearing like after the date, they're going to ask you for a second date. They're going to text you again. But they're definitely look forward to seeing you again. There's something about them thinking you're very mysterious. You don't really talk a lot about yourself or your private life. And so I feel like for them, that's kind of intriguing. So they want a second date to see what's... Like they feel like there's more to you and they want to know and find out. Okay, let's get some other cards. Okay. So tell me for pile 3, what will the future spouse think of them after the first date? Oh, I'm hearing premium. You know, premium subscriptions are always like the best bundle of subscription. So it's like you're premium, you're the best that they can get. Like they felt like maybe you're kind of the best person that they've went on a date with, right? Especially with the Fool card, you might be something like they might have never dated someone like you. Like you might be different from the people that they've dated in the past. Oh, missing you. They keep thinking about you, fantasizing about you. You are in their head. It says he is so sad, lonely, or alone. So they're missing you, reckless. With the Fool, it might be that they're like, okay, F it, you know? I'm going to take a risk on this person. They might be afraid, but they feel a connection here with the Two of Cups. So yeah, they're like, okay, I'm gonna risk it. Destiny, competition. Do they feel like there's competition? Let's see. Or the thought of you with someone else kind of makes them mad. The Golden Mirror, self-absorbed. It says here, one-sided relationship. Love bombing. Okay. We have here altered view, seeing things differently than they are. Past conditioning, okay. Just so done. Mentally tapped, emotionally spent. Okay. Taking a break, not necessarily a breakup, but take time apart. Allow for new perspective. So we have like two cards that talk of a new perspective. So maybe this first date kind of gave them a different view of you. Maybe they thought you were one way, and then you kind of surprised them and you turned out to be completely different, right? There does seem to be an energy here where this person is so done with dating. Maybe they've been love bombed, right? Maybe they've had people who were kind of like a snake that they dated, and they just don't know what to think about love anymore. But they're like, okay, I'm just going to be reckless and take a risk with this person. So they feel like you're worth the risk, even if you are kind of end up being differently. I feel like because you are so mysterious and private, they might be kind of second guessing, like, what are you hiding and all that. You may be the person that says the right things as well, especially with the Princess of Cups, which kind of makes them think whether you are saying things what they want to hear. I mean, it says here love bombing on the card, right? So yeah, they might be afraid of that as well. Let's see. Let's get some more cards. Let's get all these cards off the table. Okay. Let's see, for pile 3. What will their future spouse think of them after the first meeting? Yeah, I'm here. I can't stop thinking about you. I don't know if for some of you, you might have like a gap in your tooth, or maybe even crooked teeth, but they find it like maybe endearing or something like that. You know, there are people out there who don't like perfect teeth because it gives you character or something like that. Okay, let's see. For pile 3, tell me more. What will they think of pile 3 after the first date? Obsessed, I'm hearing. They're obsessed with you. They're hooked. Physical touch. A tender touch means so much. Maybe there was this moment during the date where they touched you and they kind of felt like this electric shock or spark. And then we also have here the fearless love. See, it's like they're trying to face their fears and take a risk on you. A courageous leap into the unknown. And then we have here magnetism. Yeah, it's like they can't help but being drawn to you, even if their logic would overpower themselves, and they would say, you know, first date is a bit too soon to, you know, completely take a risk on someone. They can't ignore you here with the magnetism card, right? They just feel pulled towards you. It's almost like their body kind of knows, the intuition knows that you are their safe person. Falling in love. Oh, they might be falling in love in the first date. Bonding. So they felt like felt like you guys were very much bonding during the date. Getting to know each other. Yeah. Or I feel like they want more of that as well. And it says here, life partner. So yeah, that's that Ten of Pentacles energy. They see something serious here with you. Anything else? Let's see. What will their future spouse think of them after the first date? I almost get the sense that they're kind of drinking a bit on the date to get rid of the nerves, to kind of it's funny because I feel like both of you are kind of nervous, and so they handle that by drinking, and it's like liquid courage, right? So they become more relaxed and all that. Tell me, what will they think after the first date? There's something for some of you, if you are like submissive or you like someone to lead you, they kind of notice that, and maybe it pleases them if they're dominant. It's not for everyone. Children. Okay, maybe one of you has children and you guys talk about that during the date. We also have healing family issues. Okay, there might be something about like your family life or the family that you grew up in, and you mentioned that, and there might have been some issues there in that area, and they might have felt like a very big compassion for you, like, yeah. Okay, we also have stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah, they're having to be up. They're having to force themselves to stay optimistic about their love life. They're kind of pessimistic. I knew this card would pop up. I just knew it. I had it in my mind's eye before I grabbed the deck. I knew it. Pay attention to the red flag. So yeah, I feel like because you're so guarded, so closed off, or it could be something else where they're like, okay, maybe that's a red flag, but I like this person enough to take a risk on them. New love, yeah. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So yeah, you've intrigued them. They want more. They want more, definitely. Anything more? What will they think after the first date? You deserve love. Yeah, they kind of see that you are kind of self-conscious and make the effort. Yeah. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, so see, they feel guided towards you and they want to make the effort. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And of course, if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box down below. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.